And we are back. This is the Kommon Knowledge podcast, sitting right across from me. Dedicated. I fell in love with this. He was dedicated. KC came through and enforced the shit. but right now, let's call it, man. We got No ID, aka No Idols. We got Big KC and everything. I got a returning friend of the show. Real good man here. Thanks for showing up again.
Of course.
Michael
Appreciate you
McDowell.
coming through again, man.
Man,
Thanks for having me back,
your
man.
brother right
Appreciate
here,
you.
friend of the show, second time around. Probably gonna be a three and fourth time coming around.
I like it.
And you got your host, Ken the analyst. I'm just here to try to make it all happen. And this is Kommon Knowledge. How y'all feeling?
I'm pretty good, man. Enjoying a new setup.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yeah, man. God is good, man. I'm all good.
We got
Glad to
birthday
be
man right here.
Happy birthday, big dog.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, 33. Woo.
Jesus died at age 33.
Yo,
I ain't 33 shots.
Don't speak death on me.
I was
You
just
can't
saying.
see it for at least another 20 years, hopefully.
Hey, man, ain't no wood to knock on, but we
I'm gonna knock on my wooden knee.
happy birthday to you, bro. How you feeling?
Thank you,
Feeling
sir.
good?
Indifferent.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You getting there? You
Yes,
getting there.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, I know everything's smooth over my cousins, shout out to my cousin Dave. Like sometimes you gotta admit when somebody's better than you. Right? My cousin Dave is a way better character than me. Like he had no for real though. It's not the main subject, but like, he had hit me up and he had the whole family on FaceTime. So he had my auntie, my two other cousins, my other cousin, the whole family, and we just on FaceTime just chopping it up. And keep in mind, like, two of my cousins I haven't really spoke to in years. Actually, three of them, right?
Right.
And we just all just catching up and talking, and it's almost like we never stopped talking. And this the last part. Like when he got off the phone, he was like, you know what? My New Year's resolution was to get the family together, be close to the family.
That's
I like
some real shit.
And that just made me think, like, yo, call your family.
100%.
Call your family members, check up on your family members. If you didn't speak to them in a real long time, it's okay. Everything's still good. Everything's still normal. Just do it and everything. But what about y'all? Like, how close are you to your family?
I love my family. I'm a family man. Like that's how I was raised. Time has created distance between us, not conflictually, but just geographically.
Yeah.
And like we all got our responsibilities and everything. And when you grow up, you get more of your own responsibilities that kind of take you away if you let it.
Yeah.
So you got to be way more intentional with the people you want to spend time with, and the I guess the systems and infrastructure that you have to facilitate those conversations and that quality time with your family. You got to be way more intentional than it was when you were growing up.
Yeah.
So I kind of fall in that, man. I'm living through that as the elders in my family, the matriarchs and patriarchs are, getting older and passing away.
Mhm.
And the mantle is now bestowed upon my generation to keep that same type of interaction going.
Yeah.
And, I see a lot of people complaining online or, just complaining in general, like, man, we used to go family function, we used to go to grandma's house and do this, and why we don't do that no more, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, because they're supposed to be going to your house.
Right.
You supposed to be cooking. You supposed to be having the function.
You supposed to be
You supposed to be doing it,
Not me.
So that's kind of where I'm at. Like, just really just trying to reconcile like where I'm trying to go with my own personal goals and my family goals between my wife and I, versus like what does that all fit in the context of everybody that I'm related to and I love.
I'm glad you brought that responsibility part up, right? As a husband and everything, what do you feel like is your unique responsibilities in your relationship?
I mean, protection and provision, is that's number one. Number two, I think nurturing and teaching and patience is all falls within those lines. Just providing the necessary, I guess, ability to have like a environment that is safe.
Yeah.
You know, whether that's, you know, a physical space or whether it's like an emotional space. Like it's on me to do the things that are necessary to provide consistency and, you know, just a environment for my family to be able to thrive.
Yeah. So
And not be in survival mode.
yeah. So you know, so when you say that, right, you got your unique responsibilities and you carry those out. What do you feel like a woman's, or what do you think a woman's responsibility are?
What should she bring to the table?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you know, so I like that to the table thing. Everybody, you know, the toxic side of the internet will kind of dictate like, oh, well, you know, the woman to say, oh, I am the table. And what does that don't make no sense. The table is, you know, the relationship. The table is the covenant, right? The table is like what it is that you all are doing, the fruits of the togetherness, right?
Mhm.
So you can't be the table. You can't be that. You know what I'm saying? Both entities are the prize. Let me just say that.
Oh yeah.
Both entities are the prize. The woman is the prize for the man, and the man is the prize for the woman. And why would you be with somebody that you don't look at as somebody that's valuable or somebody that can be somebody that you want to, you know, be with? But a woman's role, in my opinion, is to support and to, you know, be a nurturer and to, I guess, to kind of like be that neck. If the man is the head, and to me that means like that you have to be responsible for everything that's going on. Everything lies on you because you that's just your assignment.
You say you the head, she the neck.
And she the neck. So that means that, and we talking about tables. I mean, I got to be the neck.
Yeah.
She is the one that
She is that neck.
help. Hey, yo. That was crazy.
But it's like it was right there. I was trying to like
Battle way, everybody.
She got to have a good neck. She got to be a good.
Hey, she that neck.
Battle way, everybody. He means the woman that holds the man up.
She is a strong. She's a strong backbone. She keeps the man on track.
So yeah,
that's the neck we talking about.
Yeah, that's what they talking about, y'all.
Like to support the family and to be that next person that the man could go to when he's trying to make decisions, even though defer some decisions too, because this she has life experiences and wisdom that she can bring to the relationship that would help guide you all in a successful manner. So just kind of like being like a support and nurturer to not just the family, but the situation that they're trying to, curate and develop.
Mm-hmm.
So you feel like the man and as you as a man and the woman, y'all both should nurture. It shouldn't just be one person.
100%.
And one person just handling,
100%.
What do you feel about a woman that makes the most amount of money and she feels like she is the head of the household now? So, she kind of belittles the man and say, well, you ain't making as much as me. I'm the one that's doing this, this, and this. How do you feel about the masculine role, or the quote unquote masculine role, being switched over from man to woman? Do you think that is fair, or do you think, what do you think about that?
Well, I can understand, like, if you don't have things in context, if you just allow what's going on in society to kind of dictate how you move, it's understandable that's the things are the way they are.
Mm-hmm.
Is it right? I don't think it's right. Like me, I'm thinking about things like deriving from nature and coming from nature, right?
Mm-hmm.
Usually, the male of the species are physically stronger and bigger. Mm-hmm. Usually. Now, there's a lot of exceptions to the rules. You know what I'm saying? You got the black widow spider. As soon as they mate, she chop his head off and eat him. You know what I'm saying? The praying mantis, the same
in human form.
I mean, that's a fact. The hyena woman is female is bigger than the male, and she even grow an appendage that looks like a penis. When there's no males around.
Oof.
And she becomes like this dominant figure.
Yeah.
So I mean that's real. That's real.
She grows a meat.
that roast beef.
Look it up.
Yeah.
They're Arby's. You know, they got the meat. So it's like you have to look at that. Like everything derives from nature. So the man, if you're thinking about the man's role from nature being the bigger and stronger, you know, typically, you know, of the species, we are suited for combat and being able to protect inherently and to provide for inherently from nature. That's like everything on this, like, you know, basic understanding and connection. We live in a society that is a bubble that's excluded from nature. Yeah. So we can have these different rules and these different things for inclusion, which is we should, to go against that natural pecking order of things based upon, you know, our physical acumen and things that we're able to do. Yeah. So it's not being about the strongest physically in society, because we built society in a way to where that's not necessarily what is looked at as the most valuable. Yeah. So you got to look at it like, in society, taking everything outside of nature, it's like, man, you know, women making something, they're creating value and making money, which is the quintessential thing of value that our society that we built has created. Like, this is what is
the system that was born.
This is what is what people want. Yeah. Right? This is what people covet. This is what people put value on. And if they're able to command a lot more of that than you within the context of society, they're more valuable in that way.
In society.
Yeah, but just but on a interpersonal level, because like Casey was just saying, like, because a woman makes more money, should she still feel that feeling to submit to the man?
So I went all the way around about to say I understand.
We don't like no roundabout.
Yeah, sometimes I gotta walk around. You know what I'm saying? I gotta walk around. Right? I gotta walk around. Yeah, but you on it. Listen, you know what I'm saying? Next week. So I wanted to say that I understand how, like, a woman might feel that way about it, but I still think there's room for playing like the natural roles in which we find ourselves psychologically thriving in. And to a degree, that includes submitting to your partner. And submitting is not belittling yourself. It's just giving way to their word and their provision. Or it versus like saying, I'm going to lower myself to you, because that's not how I interpret submission. Because as a man, I'm submitting to my wife.
True.
My wife is submitting to me.
Yeah, y'all submitting to each other.
We have you, and that's what it is. And once again, I believe I said this last episode. You got this society. Society is purely like transactional, and it's like pumping those ideals constantly. And when you looking at, like, man, I make all this money, I'm better than you. Nah, but what about how I make you feel safe? What about how I keep you safe physically? What about, you know, how when you come home you upset, I know just what to say to put you back in the right mindset so you can go out there and make that bread. Right. How about, you know what I'm saying, like, you can't do anything else for yourself but do that career, but I can do all this other things in my career. So it's like you got to think about what's the total package, and it's not just about that transactional existence. It's about, first of all, you genuinely liking this person.
Right.
I love this person. I like this person, and being with them and building a life with them that's consistent with where you're trying to go with your life and the calling that God put on your life. Mm-hmm. Anything beyond that, man, it's toxic.
Yeah, because like it's more than just the money itself, which, like, you know, y'all end up learning, like especially like if you also, like, if the man is also a real driven and competent person, but he just don't make as much as the woman, he's still bringing things that, you know, should be respected.
Yeah. If you eliminate money out of the whole dynamic of the world, what do you have? Like, what do you bring as a man or a woman That's what really matters. Money don't matter. Money is fake. It's just material. It gets you material things that lose value immediately. Like you get you a brand new car off the lot that's rated at like $38,000. As soon as you drive off that lot, it's only worth 28,000. So you win the whole $10,000 immediately. So it's like your money is automatically transferred to somebody else at value, but you're getting something that's worth way less. So it's like, yeah, people get too stuck on this money thing. And this is why a lot of relationships and stuff crumble because they thinking about material and they not thinking about the soul and what somebody actually has to bring, to their life.
100%.
And that's kind of a whole nother thing because it's like as a man, a lot of men is only looked at as what they can provide.
Right.
Like even when a woman is looking for a mate, they not really looking for the person at first. They just looking at like what can you provide, and then you just judge based off that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a number of things. Just being a man, right? So when it and to put it with the money situation or I don't think I think it's people actually knowing their position, right? So even if you're a man that don't make as much, you're still the guard dog, right?
Right.
You still your voice still carry weight. You still got to have authority in your voice, right? Some of those things that those are like some of key things that a woman, whether she make more than you or make less than you, they still look for those two things about a man, right? Um, I think it's a level of respect, right? So like even when women make more than men, if the man is still known to just handle business in the house, she still give him that level of respect to be mindful of what she say, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see it on both ends too, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see it on the end when a person makes more than their wife, and you see it on the end when a person makes less than their wife, and everything. So it's like, and it's so crazy because one of the things I want to ask you is like, do you feel like that when women start making more than men or whatever the case may be, do you feel like that that man in most cases can't really identify or qualify or call himself that if he don't meet the criteria, if he's not protecting the household, if he's not doing certain things that he's supposed to be doing, as simple as taking the trash out or whatever the case may be, um, can those things be? Is that a way to can you tell a person that he's not a man if he don't carry those things out?
Just to interject real quick, I mean, because like even if
Yeah.
you wasn't taking care of business at the crib, but you was making a lot of money, you could still lose that. But
Yeah.
go ahead, bro.
You can't
You can't tell me I ain't no
you
man.
can't tell. Yo,
I can't.
You can't tell me. I don't care if I don't take the trash out or whatever. You ain't telling me.
I mean, you can't like a male is a male and a female is a female.
Yeah.
Period.
I mean,
Yeah.
biology.
So-
By biology. Yeah.
Society's definition of what a man is and what a woman is varies based upon who's describing it,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
right? So you can't allow wholeheartedly what society says a man is. You can't rely wholeheartedly what a woman says a man is.
Oh.
You can't even wholeheartedly rely on what man says a man is.
Right.
The thing that, and I'm in this journey right now, transparent,
Yeah.
full transparency. I'm going through the Bible right now to see what God says a man is.
Okay.
I'm working and reading and trying to understand what was said that defines masculine. What were the assignments that were given to us as a man? And that's what I'm looking to try to understand, because if I'm looking at society, I'm looking at women, I'm looking at other men and what they are describing what a man is, a lot of it is really just rooted upon what it can do for them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't really what it can do for me and what I can do for everybody in my circle of influence. And I really just want to be, wherever I'm at, a blessing to whoever I come into contact with, God's blessings through me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a physical manifestation of God So I'm moving and working through things that he put uniquely in me. So what is it that I'm defined as a man shouldn't be like purely, and I'm being realistic here.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be purely based upon what a woman says a man should be, because all they want to do is position it for themselves, even if they're not conscious about it. They want to position it for themselves to extract the most resources out of you.
So I don't think it's that. So like, okay, so on a hypothetical question, right? So as the way we look at people, sometimes we be in the circle and we be like, yo, that's not you're not a man if you disrespect, or you're not a man if you put your hands on a woman. We as a brotherhood kind of give each other that title in some cases, and we take it away in some cases.
Mm-hmm.
So like in a situation like, say for example, you see a couple together and a guy that walks up to the lady and disrespect her, and then you see the male take off running and leave his girl behind. do you take that title from him based on what he was supposed to do?
He lost mad points.
Yeah.
You're supposed to run with him. You gotta follow the head. I mean, you the neck, right? You better follow the head. If I say, hey, I can't beat this man, we need to run, you better follow right behind me. We running.
Yeah.
The logic in that is not wrong.
Like if I say, like, why am I gonna put myself into a crisis position where I'm gonna get beat to death because something happened? I was like, I look at this dude, I could tell this man will probably take my life.
100%.
I need to run. And if she want to sit there and argue with him,
100%.
Yeah.
100%. And then basically based upon that situation, we're laying things back to nature, right?
mm-hmm.
If we in like taking society, the bubble of society away, we going back to like that same scenario in caveman times, if you wanted to look at it like that.
Mm-hmm.
If I know that I can't beat this opponent,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to not fight this opponent, or I'm going to lose, and I'm going to lose my girl.
But
You know what I'm saying?
possibly your life.
Yeah. So if I choose to fight this guy and die, I'm gonna lose my girl anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You might as well make the best decision for you. You know, in those scenarios.
Self-preservation. I'm saying.
100%.
but in a lot of cases, in some cases, right? You gotta take that same scenario, you gotta be the first line of defense. So if your girl can't run due to whatever reasons,
Let me add. I know where you're going with this, and unfortunately, it's in my opinion, that's the burden of man. Like we are supposed to lay our life on the line for our woman.
I'm not.
My wife. I'm gonna die for my wife if I have to.
Yeah.
Good man.
No, that's
better than me.
Seriously, like that is a part of my assignment, which is why I got into an argument with. I was Ubering back from the airport one day. It wasn't an argument; it was a spirited debate.
Mm-hmm.
It was a female driver. She was cool,
Mm-hmm.
and she was still single. She was like older than I am, or whatever. And she was just like, man, I'm trying to find. I'm listening to her, but she hung up on like changing her last name. I'm like, what you mean? Like, you can't change your last name for your man, your husband? Like, it's my name. My daddy gave me this name, and this is blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, I hear you. You know what I'm saying? If you're the last person in your family name, I can understand like a hyphenated situation. Or even if your husband don't care about it, cool, do y'all. But if he wants you to change his name, change your name to his name, that's the least you can do if he's expected to die for you.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
She didn't understand that. And I'm like,
She probably shouldn't be getting married because I mean, like that's
she not getting married.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, that's what it is.
So,
But just to take a few steps back, like you was talking about the brother code and like how we judge men. Sometimes, like if you feel like it's something that you would do, and you be like, he not moving in a way that I would move. I've seen people say that they not men based on they not moving how that person that's judging them would move.
Right.
So you can't, but you can't always do that, but like I have like a lot of trouble with that just within myself. Like
Yeah.
I'm like that's a suck ass nigga. I wouldn't do that, but like
Yeah.
we not the same person.
But there's certain universal rules though, right? That make us us, right? It's almost like, you know, there's a universal rule that you shouldn't be the woman, right?
100%.
It's a universal rule that you shouldn't leave your family behind,
100%.
right?
Wait 1 second. So, yeah, it's a universal rule that you're not supposed to beat a woman. But if a woman is capable of beating you to death, you saying that you're gonna put your life on the line and not fight back for your life?
I mean,
There's exceptions to that rule. A rule is a
Yeah,
rule based
yeah.
upon this being.
Because
being
if she can beat a woman, can literally beat you to death if you don't defend yourself and fight back. No, you're not supposed to be the aggressor to a woman, but if it comes between your life and her life, it all depends on how much you love yourself.
And that's the bad thing about it being that rule, because it's still that rule. If you getting beat by your woman, you got to run from her. You got to get away. Because
Yeah.
if you retaliate and you over retaliate, and the police get there, they still looking at you like you
Yeah.
wrong based
look
on
what
that.
happened with Jonathan Majors. He was running away. From
Yeah,
his girl. He
that's-
still
oh my
got.
God,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like he
yeah.
lost mostly everything.
Yeah.
and it's funny. I'm so glad that we kind of like stumbled across this because like how do you feel about when a woman like cheats on you or whatever the case may be and like bluntly tell you that and you still fight for her, right? You still want to be with her. Do that make you less of a person?
Oh?
Like,
Wait, what?
like, do you, but yeah, but when you see stuff like, I got this from I was watching this show on Netflix.
That's unusual to fight about.
No, but I was watching this show on Netflix. It was called Billionaire Bunker, right?
Okay.
And pretty much this lady, she staged this whole thing that the world is going to end, and she put all these millionaires and billionaires in a bunker, right? So in the bunker, like they feel like it's the end of the world, so now they telling their truth.
Mm.
So, there's a situation where the woman tells the person that she was married to, like, the only reason why I married you is because you was only one by my side, but I never loved you, never wanted to be with you. I really wanted to be with somebody else. The dude, the man at the time, he was like, well, I don't believe that. And I feel like we can still work through this. And I still look at you. I mean, I still love you. And she was like, look at you. You're weak. Like, I just told you I ain't want to be with you, and you still want to be with me. That's why I don't want to be with you.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And she's
It's
correct.
Just is this reality TV or is this like a scripted TV show?
It's a Netflix
Drama.
show. Yeah.
It's a drama.
It's called Billionaire Bunker.
Oh, that author was in his bag with that
Yeah.
situation. I was like, that is a
It's fiction, basically.
So when I saw that and everything, I was like, man, that's tough. But there's a lot of people that go through that in real time. There's a lot of people that when they female cheat on them, they still go through hell and hot water to fix it. They go through therapy and that's gonna turn into another thing. But how do you feel? What do you think about that? What do you think about a man that still fights for a woman that blatantly tells them that they don't love them and that they cheated on them with the yoga instructor?
Well, what I'll say real quick is that this remind me of the previous conversation we had before off mic, and we was talking about like if a person cheat, could it be rebuilt? The relationship be rebuilt to 100%? And I was like, I disagree. Like even if we tried to move past that and then we forgive each other, or whatever, but the relationship would never be at 100%.
I can agree with that, man. The relationship definitely is forever altered, and it can never be the same again. Like on both ends, honestly. So you kind of got to really look at the person that you're with or you're married to. Just kind of determine whether or not that's somebody that is worth saving, and that relationship is worth saving based upon what y'all
Can't
built.
save these hoes.
You cannot. And also, like I'm looking at just in general to kind of go back to what you were saying, and also to kind of like tie up what you was saying. Like if you're in certain scenarios where you have to like beat a woman to death in order to survive, you didn't do your job as a man to be foreshadowing and looking at things ahead
Mm-hmm.
to prevent certain scenarios from developing. So it's like you can't avoid everything, but you can avoid a great majority of the things. And to what you just said, as you have to love yourself. You have to love yourself above the relationship. You have to love yourself above the circumstances and things that you have. You have to, because you can't be who God created you to be if you don't do the basic things like love yourself, including having respect for yourself and making sure that boundaries are, maintained and respected between whoever you're dealing with.
Yeah.
So it severely depends on whether or not you like want to reconcile with whoever you're dealing with, and it has to be worth it, and it can't be repeated behavior.
Yeah.
If it's being done over and over, you gotta kind of look at what's going on, man.
Once the floodgates of hell opens up, it's hard to close them back up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like once somebody start cheating, and you accept it, this is accepted behavior.
Yeah.
And I don't see you being able to come back from that. Because it's like that amount of disrespect is like, it's not about the act of sex. It's about the trust that you tarnished.
Mhm.
Everything that we built up. You could have easily, you didn't have to, you got to think about what cheating is. You going behind somebody back. You having secret relationships.
Mhm.
And then you building all of this up to the act of sex.
Mhm.
So it's so much fugazi stuff that happened in between the act of sex. How can I sit here and trust you? It's not about this dude penetrating you. It's about everything from the beginning to that point.
It's about that too, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's about that too.
hey, big Casey, I'm gonna need you to cover your ears, all right? But KC in this. So when it comes to him, he's a very, very honest man, right? A dying breed. Most people, there's a lot of people that can't walk in that level of honesty, just throughout their entire life and everything. This is something that he mastered, so he's very disciplined in that world. So for him to say stuff like that, like, yo, after you break the trust, after I can't trust you no more, because he's a very honest person, so it's easy, so I can understand why he's so critical on situations like that. I think there can be forgiveness. I think you can 100% get over it too. I think
but the relationship be 100%.
I believe that too, because you can't keep the record of the wrong, right? Y'all religious guys. You can't keep the record of the wrong and everything, right? So, but you're right. It can't be repeatedly. You do gotta set hard boundaries after that. The punishments do gotta be more stricter after that, or more serious after that. I think when there's a one-time situation, I don't think it's smart to throw away. If you was with somebody for 20 years or even 10 years, I don't think it's smart to throw away 10 years for one night for a person that for a mistake that happened.
But how would you know?
Yeah.
How would you know that it's one time?
Yeah, you would
never know that it's one time. What are you gonna do? Be tracking her phone, randomly hitting up on FaceTimes all day? It's like you're gonna turn your life into a disaster because you're gonna be constantly thinking in the back of your mind, I hope she's not doing this again.
And she would have to constantly prove to you that she's not doing it. So
It's just gonna be exhausting.
if you on the other side, but man, I'm about to go to McDonald's. She's like, okay, send me a picture when you get there. Like, you got to take a picture in front of the arches and shit.
I'm a girl right here, like,
okay, and in that situation, it gets to a point where you have to possibly take their word. In some cases, you have to possibly take their word. So when I say that, you're right. If you're dealing with a girl that's a compulsive liar, then and she got a track record of lying time after time, then you're absolutely right. If you got a person that don't really have that type of track record,
But
it gets a little
even worse.
That's
but
what
like
it gets a little.
that's what I'm saying. 'Cause, like
you know?
after so long, like you didn't even think that they was capable of this
Right,
action, and then they
exactly.
do a thing that you thought they was incapable of. Now you don't know what to think with anything that they tell you.
In my world, in KC world, this woman that does that, if I want to keep playing my life, her subscription is downgraded. She went from the subscription of a girlfriend to a friend with benefits or a late night bop. That's it.
Late night.
That's it. She's just gonna get what I give her, and it's not gonna be that full capacity of the relationship that we had. We could never have that again.
The scenario you talking about though is like if you've built something and this person hasn't shown this behavior before, and they do something to that degree, to that level of deception, and based upon what y'all have together, is it worth like reconciliation? Is it worth building back? I'm gonna say yes, and it also depends. It also depends on what they did.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and how often they did it. So it's like severities of the offenses that you have to kind of consider, as well as the ties. And honestly, man, like I know you don't want to hear this and hate to hear this, but once again, this is another burden of man. You know, you kind of have to take responsibility for all type of everything, even because this is happening under your leadership and under your preview. Yeah. This is not absolving her of responsibility because she is responsible for not doing what she was supposed to do.
They're about to be like, I did it because you made me do this.
Which is the wildest and craziest. That's unacceptable. But there are things that you have to like, well, what did I do to allow this environment to be able to thrive in where she was able to be deceptive? Not saying that she should have been deceptive, but she was. And what openings did I provide for that to happen? So you just have self-reflection and self-accountability, and you make those adjustments within yourself. Yeah. And you just reconcile and try to figure out whether or not you want to rebuild with her. And I don't think the relationship could be the same. It could be different. It could be better after that, depending upon what happens from that offense. But it'll never be the same, 100%.
We in an open relationship now. It's over with. So yeah, it's gonna be better because I'm gonna be doing whatever I want to do now. You opened up that door. If you want to stay with me, it's over with. This whole relationship is cooked. It's better to just walk away because the way that I'm finna move now, because I don't trust you now, you opened up something that is going to be a disaster for the both of us. It's better to just walk away and start anew with somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah, because like everything that they say, you got to look at retroactively now because like, it was at a point that it was like, you're the only one for me. I would never do something like that. Then after they do the thing that they said that they would never do, even if y'all rebuilding it up, you can rebuild it back to 95%. But like that getting back to that 100, you can never get that because it's like, if they be like, no, I'm not cheating now, but you said you wasn't cheating before when you was. So it's like, you can't be trusted 100%.
So two things. One, the first thing is that means there's no room for forgiveness at all.
You forgiving because like for you to keep, you can work with that person, y'all can rebuild, but you can't forget what has happened.
It won't be the same. You have to be a different thing.
I forgive you, but I can't be with you, man.
If I take that vase over there and I throw it on the ground and I glue it back together, it's a vase, but it ain't the same vase.
No, that's depending on your skills,
You can never you're never that skilled to get all the microscopic shards from the big piece to put it all together and be able to glue it together.
But it's
going to be flawed. But it's still can be functional depending upon how you rebuild it. So like, yes, you can rebuild. It'll never be the same again. But it'd be different. It could be better. It could be better.
I feel like it turns into, in some cases, it can make a relationship indestructible relationship. I feel like sometimes those type of challenges in a relationship, and you get through those type of situations, does make for a stronger bond or a stronger relationship that kind of make it difficult.
So what if she want to make it an even stronger bond? I'm gonna cheat again, and then we can make it even stronger.
Yeah, and then
it's gonna be even stronger this time.
We gonna ask him back.
Yeah,
that was outside.
The script comes in at, okay, you know, we've been there, we've done that. So the next time she's tested, she already knows that it's not worth it. She already knows what she put the family through.
She don't know it.
And she already.
So now, but listen, hear me out. So now when y'all get into these, you know, you got to think. What happens after every big fight or big argument in a
You're trying
relationship?
to send us off, man.
I'm not, no, but I'm actually. I
don't appreciate this.
I'm gonna have to. We taking KC out of this. KC is out this conversation. I'm talking to you two. But after every big fight, or after every big argument, what happens after that?
Yeah, we learn from those situations. Yeah, but like,
but what comes with the learning? Y'all don't have it again. Y'all know better. It's stronger. The same thing that triggered it is harder for it to trigger again. Am I correct? Am I wrong? Am I right?
Yeah, bro. I ain't talking about infidelity. I'm talking about like doing something wrong. Yeah. I told you to leave the seat down. I'm like, man, I had to go to work, man. Leave the seat down to be late.
But,
you know.
But I'm talking about like real more serious, like financial stuff. Like this, y'all know what I'm talking about.
But what I'm saying is, so it's like you forgive, and then you know she establishes that you're a person that will let her get away with anything. How do you draw the line if she know that you're not willing to let her go because of the time y'all got together? How do you then draw a line?
It's not letting her get away with anything. I'm not saying it's not going to be any repercussions and everything. I'm not saying that it's not going to be any. It may be a situation where she can't leave, and you got the ability to put her out in the streets. And it comes to her senses, and you can dangle that over her head. So
she should have thought about that before.
Right,
but
exactly.
But I'm not saying that it's a light thing. Like, oh, it's okay. But I'm not saying that. Of course, it's gonna be a hard fight, argument. It's gonna be feelings and you know, choices and conversation that comes along with it. But if this, and I'm only speaking about the woman that's genuinely sorry. I'm only speaking about the woman that do want to fix the relationship, because there's different types. There's some that just simply don't care, you know. And you're right.
Don't be sorry, do better, bro.
Yeah.
It ain't no apologies, man. I'm not accepting no apologies. You are an adult. We are looking at these grown women like they 15 years old, and we trying to baby these grown women. They have to be held accountable, and they have to think before they do, because we as men have to think before we do, because we are penalized to the highest extent. Yeah. We cannot be out here looking at these women like they can't do wrong and they babies. That's the problem, man. It's too many people that's like you thinking that, man, she didn't know no better. You gotta.
I'm not saying.
I don't know. She's not really an adult. She's just a girl. That's what they saying. They just a girl, man. And they grown women.
Casey, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that I'm extremely forgiving. I'm not saying that it wouldn't be no repercussions based on the situation, because it varies. Right? If the person was cheating, as long as y'all was together, then you're right. You're absolutely right. There's no room for forgiveness, because you've been lying to me for 10 years plus, or whatever the case may be. But in a situation where infidelity happened within 2 weeks of a 10-year relationship, or whatever the case may be, I don't think that's
hopefully she got some money saved to start her life over.
I don't think to just to just throw that away so easily should be your first. She
threw it away. For her to cheat, she threw it away, bro.
Okay.
She threw away a 10 year. She didn't think about the 10 years. You thinking about the 10 years. Y'all went 10 good years. You didn't cheat. She didn't cheat. And then all of a sudden, she opened her legs for another man and build a relationship or rapport with another man, build trust in this man, and see him as a better provider than you are. You know what I'm saying? She did that. She destroyed this. And then here you come with your toolkit trying to fix what she did. It's not your job to fix that.
It's not.
She destroyed it.
No, you're right. It's not your job to fix it, and you don't have to fix it. But if you see a person trying their hardest to fix it themselves, sometimes you just gotta acknowledge that.
How did she do that? By taking a dick.
So hey, yo,
Like she took, you know what I'm saying? Like she did what she
you
did.
can acknowledge
man.
you can acknowledge the flaws in a person. You can acknowledge the regret in a person, but you don't have to be with that person. It's all about it's about the self-respect.
Mm-hmm.
It's about who she is to you, what she did. You know what I'm saying, and what she's willing to do to build a better situation. You know what I'm saying, like, because what KC said was right on the head. It's not just about that single solitary act.
I think
It's about all the things and all the countless times of deceptions that led up to that act.
okay.
And you kind of have to like weigh all of that out and really decide as a man,
Right.
your own man. Don't, as I was saying earlier, it don't matter what society say. It don't matter what women say. It don't even matter what other men say.
Yeah.
What does Ken, the analyst, what do I think and what do I want to do?
That's all that
How
matters.
am I holding
For real.
my own personal self-respect, self-love, and responsibility? So me and my family and my circle of influence, how does this fall in there? If it goes against that and your peace is sacrificed, I don't think much is too much worth your peace. I'm not following up behind this woman trying to make sure she at McDonald's and she said she at McDonald's.
Right.
And she might be at McDonald's. Certain liars are great liars. They could be doing exactly what they said they're doing, but doing
No, you're right. You're right.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
No, you're right.
I'm at McDonald's, you know?
You're absolutely. You're absolutely.
Right. She getting that Big Mac, you know?
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. That can be a thing, and if it sometimes people like that have problems or whatever the case may be. But at the same time, sometimes, in relationships, there's a level of both parties are going through this. Have you ever seen the movie Fences?
Absolutely.
And you remember that scene when she was talking to Denzel, she was like, "Yo," because he was kind of upset about his life, and he was mad about his baseball career and everything.
Yeah, she's like, "I'm here with you. I bet you're gonna do the same thing with you."
Yeah, and then she was like, "You don't think I don't think about other people?" And then that's when you're like, "Hold on, wait a minute, you thinking about other people?" Even though he did what he did, but at the same time, it was so much tension with themselves in that household that led to, and that was he was a person that tried to do everything he could possibly do and be a solid person. And yeah, he felt victim, he felt weak to another situation. But at the same time, if the tension is like that on both parties and everything, sometimes when you look at the woman and you look at where the stance came from, how it came from, if it's just been tension in the house for years, neglect in the years, the conversation done died down, the chemistry done died down, y'all do more mean mugging than talking, something like that happens, but then, y'all have y'all space and then y'all come back. There's a lot that she probably learned from that. So she probably realized, like, okay, that wasn't worth it. I did that. That was a terrible thing, but it wasn't worth it. And it gets to a point where you have to look at her and see the, but let's hear me out. It gets to a point if you look at her and you see that she's smart enough and educated enough or serious enough to not revisit that your job is to just let it go.
But guess what?
How many times?
Right. Dude wasn't
I'm only
worth.
speaking for one time. Why y'all keep
No,
the goalposts?
because
I'm talking about one time.
And in that fictional story,
right.
they never was the same again.
Never again.
Well, he died.
He never really felt that warmth. And I'm not just talking about her body. He never felt that warmth from his wife again. He had a whole nother family on her.
Yeah.
He lost her, but had her. Yeah. It was never the same again. He broke the vase and he put it back together, but there was some big pieces missing in that thing.
He didn't live long enough. Who knows?
Long enough to.
You love fairy tales.
So you said she forgave him. She definitely forgave him.
It was tough. It was tough. She went to church about it. She prayed about it. She went back to him and told him, like, hey, she was hurt. Of course, everybody's gonna be hurt.
Mm-hmm.
There is a time for healing.
Let's up the hypothetical.
Okay.
She's a great woman. She's a super woman. She's rich, she's smart, she's everything, but she done cheated on you 3 times. Are you still gonna be like, man, I'm giving all this up, and she only cheated 3 times? I could work through this.
She got
No.
some bread. She got some different rules.
I would.
So what
I
you
mean, I
say?
can sell up
Like,
myself
I was-
no material, nothing.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
like,
don't
does
care
that
what
matter?
this person got?
And
I'm gone.
Yeah.
She got some
And-
different rules because I already know how I'm looking at her now. I ain't even looking at her the same. I'm looking at this in a whole different situation now.
Because like you saying, like it depends on how much time and everything that y'all got invested and who y'all are to each other. That she gets one time, but what if she's more? Does she get more than one time?
then everything that you're saying, is active, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like if it's
Is it still just one
if she haven't learned from the first time, then of course you move on, because it's like, okay, now you're doing this repeatedly. Now you're taking my kindness for weakness. Now you're taking me as a joke. Now you're humiliating me. Now you so on and so on. So after if it happens again, that means it was never solved the first time. That means she never learned from the mistake. So she never took you serious. But there is times when people make vital mistakes because they don't know what they have in their
Taking a
hand.
dick is not making a mistake, man. This is not a mistake, man. You can't mistakenly fall on a dick.
So,
It's not happening.
so Casey, I agree with you when you say it's not a mistake. What would you say? What would you categorize it as? It's a choice, but what word would you use to say?
It's an on
What
purpose.
they
It's an
did.
on purpose. She purposely did that dick.
But she, but maybe on the other side of that dick, she had regret.
That's too bad. It's too late. Once you do something,
So it's not a mistake. You can't say a mistake, especially to KC's point as he describes the multiple levels of deception that took to get to the act. The act itself. She was cheating the whole time.
yeah.
So
Even just texting behind my back.
It was a decision
Mhm.
that this person made. This is what they wanted to do. Do they
Mhm.
regret it based upon the consequences that
Yes.
they potentially could receive? Yes. But you have to levy them consequences. And it has to be on the table. Otherwise, if there's another scenario to where she's like shirking off her accountability, or let's put it in the reverse, his accountability to the relationship and the different things that they have to be able to work on it, they shirking all that off, then they decide to do it again. I mean, that's on you for taking it back, and that's on you for dealing with it.
Yeah. So when you say that, can we agree that sometimes pleasure can be addictive?
Pleasure is always
Well,
addictive.
pleasure. She need to pleasure her man, not another random dick, bro.
No, I hear you on that. I hear you on that. For me personally, I think sometimes, I gotta take care because he's too disciplined. For men and women, there's not a lot of disciplined people walking around this earth in real time.
That's true. Yeah.
There's not a lot of people that take that can just look at something that feels the way it feels and make them and whatever the case may be and say no to it. It's not a lot of people that can walk away from the carrot cake and just take the carrot.
That's easy to walk
And
away
everything.
from carrot cake. Disgusting.
You know.
Easy to walk away from.
So
we running
in time.
Yes.
All right, cool. But other than that, I'm gonna end. Well, I ain't gonna end it right away because we got Big KC right here. He got some birthday gifts, man. I want to see him open up. Make sure y'all believe in the comments. Happy birthday to this man. Real talk, and check out his stuff. KC Entertainment. A lot of good stuff.
I'm not gonna cheat the woman for your birthday.
I'm gonna leave out with one last question for you, and then I'll let y'all make some closing statements. But like, she cheats on you. You giving her one time. When she cheats on you one time, do you really, in your heart of hearts, believe that the first time you caught her is the only time she ever cheated?
It gets to a point where there's a great chance that, truthfully, it's probably not the one only time. But just to save face and and save yourself from going crazy and stuff like that, if you try not to go too deep, and like I said, if she really trying to make a difference and fix the relationship and really change her ways or whatever the case may be, then you let it go. Don't think about it. You move on and trust that she won't do it again. If she do it again, then that's when you just put the sledgehammer to the head.
All right.
But
Mike, you got final statements, man?
nobody thinks about the nuance of these things. The nuance is so important. So I'm gonna just speak to the nuance of this topic that we fell into. You have to provide grace, just as you want. And I'm gonna put this in a biblical context. Like if you want God to have grace on your life and mercy on you, because you constantly falling short of the thing, you have to be able to provide grace and mercy to your fellow man. Now, does that mean that you allow somebody to like constantly like disrespect you and put your health and your life at danger? Because it's not only just the diseases and all of that
It's at risk.
the infidelity can expose you to, but it's also this person could be fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And they could try to come kill you or kidnap your kids or whatever. So you have to think about all of these things in context. The nuance of the things is it's very situational, and it depends on your personal level of respect that you have for yourself, what y'all build, who she is as a woman, who she dealt with, what y'all have going towards y'all future. So you have to weigh all of these different options on and figure out what you want to do moving forward. However, there's no room for repeated actions because, in my opinion, that's just who they are.
Yeah.
I forgot exactly how DMX said it. He said it so eloquently when he was on Drink Champs. He say, man, just something along the lines like just trust the snake to be who they are.
I remember that.
And like you can't expect a snake not to do what snakes do.
Yeah.
And just trust that you will see a snake.
Yeah.
I messed that all up. Exactly how he said it, but he said it.
Yeah.
So if you see in a person reveal who they are, believe them. And move on and remove yourself so you can be who God made you to be.
That's amazing. That was amazing words.
And usually, when a woman cheats on a man, she gonna cheat with a guy that got more money, or he's physically stronger and more dominant than that man. So like he said, it's like when you getting put into all types of danger with your physical health, your life could be at danger because this dude could be crazy because he found out she got that tornado down there.
Yeah.
He wasn't supposed to find out about that tornado, but she opened up that tornado, gave it to that man, and now you saying, oh, you got to stop giving it up. You can't do him no more. You only could do me. Dude is like, no, I need that tornado. And I take all of y'all lives behind that. So it's not just about one thing. It's so many things. It's a whole big can of worms that she spilled out.
Yeah.
And you trying to forgive her and say, you know what? I love her so much. It was only one time. That one tornado ride is enough to be twisted.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
You know what?
They dropped a bar.
that was fire. And you're right. You know what? And to add to that, you're right. There, I have seen and I have close friends that has been in things considered like a love triangle and stuff like that. Your health is at risk. That is another serious thing to consider. I wasn't thinking about that. So in a nutshell, those things are correct and everything. But sometimes I will say in a rare scenario, there can be forgiveness and growth through infidelity if the person seriously truly work at it and everything. But back to the main thing, KC birthday, man. Got a gift for this, man.
Happy birthday, man.
And everything.
It's crazy.
We do gifts on here, man. We show love to our people, man. I can't give much, But I was happy birthday.
Thanks.
Happy birthday, bro.
I wasn't expecting nothing.
Celebration a lot.
Happy birthday.
He wrapped the gifts up and everything.
Yeah, that's a Kommon Knowledge style. I did the best I can do.
Hey, Kommon Knowledge gift wrap, man.
If you want your gifts wrapped, come to Kommon Knowledge.
Good brother, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you, bro. Thank you, man.
But other than that, this is you got Ken the analyst, you got No ID, aka No Idols. Big Mike, friend of the show. You welcome anytime, bro. Anytime. Big KC.
Good talking with you again.
Put Doherty in the building. This is Kommon Knowledge Podcast. We're out.